These majestic creatures can grow up to 100 feet, 30 meters in length. Although most blue whales tend to be around 70 to 85 feet, 21 to 26 meters, long, size and weight, length. As mentioned, blue whales can reach lengths of 100 feet, making them longer than a basketball court or the length of 2 school buses lined up in two. They can weigh as much as 200 tons, which is the equivalent of about 33 elephants. Their hearts alone can weigh as much as a small car, around 400 pounds, 180 kilograms. 2. Diet. Despite their massive size, blue whales feed primarily on one of the smallest creatures in the ocean, krill. Their baleen plates help them filter out these tiny crustaceans from the water, much like a comb filtering small particles from a liquid. Migration. Some populations travel thousands of miles between feeding and breeding locations. For instance, the blue whales in the Pacific might migrate from feeding grounds in Alaska to warmer waters near Mexico for breeding. For communication. Blue whales are known for their deep, low-frequency calls, which can travel great distances across the ocean up to 1,000 miles, 1,600 kilometers. They nurse on their mother's rich milk for several months before transitioning to a diet of krill. Lifespan. Blue whales can live for a long time, often around 70 to 90 years, with some even reaching over 100 years old. 6. Conservation status. Although their population has been recovering in recent decades, blue whales are still classified as endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. Hunting in the 20th century decimated their numbers, but with the cessation of commercial whaling in the 1960s and increased conservation efforts, populations have started to stabilize. 7. Amazing anatomy. Heart. Their hearts are about the size of a small car, and can weigh around 400 pounds, 180 kilograms. Blue whales have the largest heart of any animal on the planet. The tongue alone can weigh as much as an elephant, around 2.7 tons or 2,450 kilograms. Blowholes. Blue whales have 2 blowholes which they use to breathe. When they surface for air, their spouts can shoot water up to 30 feet 9 meters into the air. 8. Interesting fact. One of the most fascinating facts about the blue whale is its blue-colored skin. Blue whales' sheer size is a result of several factors. Evolutionary advantage. As ocean giants, they can reach vast amounts of krill and are less vulnerable to predation. Thermoregulation. Being so large helps them maintain body heat in the cold, deep waters they often inhabit. 9. They can travel at speeds of up to 20 miles per hour, 32 kilometers per hour, in short bursts when they are threatened or excited, but they usually swim at a more relaxed pace of around 5 miles per hour, 8 kilometers per hour. Diving depths. Blue whales can dive to depths of over 500 meters, 1,640 feet, in search of food. These dives can last anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. Depending on the availability of food and other factors, they will surface to breathe and often take deep, slow breaths, which can last up to 30 seconds. Surface behavior. When they do surface, they typically blow air from their blowholes in a spout that can reach up to 30 feet 9 meters high. This is often a way for researchers to spot them from a distance, as the spout is a clear indicator that a whale is near. 10. Social behavior. Solitary, or small groups. Blue whales are generally solitary animals, or travel in small groups, often mothers with calves. They don't typically form the large pods seen in other whale species like orcas. The blue whale's size and nature may contribute to this solitary behavior, as they don't need to rely on group cooperation to hunt. Communication. Their low-frequency vocalizations can carry for miles and are used for a range of purposes including navigation, communication, and possibly even attracting mates. Researchers have even found that some blue whales have different dialects depending on their location. How do they eat so much? As the largest animal to have ever existed, blue whales need an incredible amount of food to sustain themselves, and their feeding habits are equally impressive. Krill feeding. Blue whales feed primarily on krill, tiny shrimp-like animals. A single blue whale can consume up to 4 tons of krill a day. They achieve this by taking in large gulps of water filled with krill, then using their baleen plates' fringe-like structures in their mouths to filter out the water and trap the krill inside. Feeding strategy. To catch krill, blue whales will often engage in a feeding strategy called lunge feeding. In this method, the whale opens its mouth wide, swims toward a dense patch of krill, and engulfs a huge amount of water and krill. After closing their mouth, they push the water out through their baleen, trapping the krill inside. The role of krill. Interestingly, the abundance of krill in certain parts of the world, like the Southern Ocean near Antarctica, supports the massive size of the blue whale. They typically feed in nutrient-rich waters during the summer months to bulk up for their long migrations to warmer breeding areas during the winter. 12. The blue whale's heart and circulatory system. Heart. The heart of a blue whale is an amazing piece of anatomy. The heart pumps about 220 gallons, 832 liters, of blood throughout the body with every beat. The heart rate is very slow, typically between 8 to 10 beats per minute. Blood pressure. The blood pressure in a blue whale is also astounding. Because the heart is so large and the body is so immense, the blood vessels are under tremendous pressure. In fact, their arteries are huge, and the blood pressure is enough to ensure that oxygen-rich blood reaches every part of their enormous body. 13. Blue whale skin and adaptations. The skin of a blue whale is another fascinating characteristic. Coloration. The blue whale's skin is bluish-gray when viewed underwater. They also have lighter patches scattered across their bodies, creating a unique mottled pattern that is specific to each individual, much like human fingerprints. This is important for identification, as scientists use this pattern to track individuals. Skin adaptations. Their skin has a protective layer of fat blubber that helps them insulate against the cold waters they live in, especially in the Arctic and Antarctic feeding grounds. This layer of fat also provides energy during migration when food is scarce. Slime coating. Blue whale's skin is often covered with a slime-like coating that protects it from parasites and harmful microorganisms. This helps them avoid infections in the ocean environment. 14. Blue whale lifespan and aging. Aging process. Blue whales have a remarkable lifespan of around 70 to 90 years. With some individuals reaching over 100 years. Scientists can determine a whale's age by examining the earwax called earplugs found in their ear canals. These earplugs grow over time, and like tree rings, they accumulate layers that represent different years of the whale's life. Maturity. Female blue whales generally reach sexual maturity at around 5 to 10 years of age, while males tend to mature slightly later. Mating usually happens in the warmer waters during migration, where females give birth to calves after a gestation period of about 10 to 12 months. 15. Environmental impact and conservation. Ecosystem role. Blue whales play a significant role in maintaining a balanced marine ecosystem. As apex feeders, they help regulate the populations of krill and other small marine life, which in turn influences the entire food web. Threats. Despite their size and power, blue whales face many threats, primarily from human activity. These include ship strikes. Collisions with large vessels are a significant danger for blue whales. Climate change. Changes in ocean temperatures and krill availability due to global warming affect their food supply. Pollution. Ocean pollution, especially plastic waste, can be harmful to their health. 16. Fascinating blue whale mythology and human interest. In many cultures, the blue whale has captivated the imagination, symbolizing both the power and mystery of the ocean. In whale-watching communities, seeing a blue whale is a rare and awe-inspiring experience that draws thousands of people. Blue whales have appeared in various forms in literature and art, often serving as a metaphor for vastness, mystery, and the natural world's grandeur. 17. The blue whale's respiratory system. The respiratory system of a blue whale is a finely tuned mechanism that supports its need for large amounts of oxygen when surfacing for air. Breathing. A blue whale can hold its breath for up to 30 minutes while diving deep into the ocean. When they surface, they exhale forcefully through their blowholes, creating a giant spout that can shoot water up to 30 feet 9 meters in the air. This blow is made of warm, moist air that has condensed into visible vapor, and is a clear sign of their presence when spotted from a distance. Lungs. A blue whale's lungs are immense, capable of holding around 5,000 liters, 1,320 gallons of air. This allows them to take in a massive amount of oxygen before heading back under the surface for their dives. 18. Blue whale migration patterns. Blue whales are known for their incredible migrations, which can span thousands of miles each year. Here's a deeper look at their migration. Feeding and breeding grounds. They migrate between high-latitude feeding grounds in colder waters and low-latitude breeding grounds in warmer waters. For example, in the Pacific Ocean, blue whales may travel from the rich feeding waters near Alaska to the warmer breeding areas off Mexico. These migrations are crucial for the whale's reproductive cycle and survival, as they take advantage of nutrient-rich waters to feed and build up energy reserves. How far do they travel? Blue whales can travel up to 12,000 miles, 19,000 kilometers annually as part of their migration, one of the longest migrations of any animal on Earth. 19. Symbiotic relationships. Whale lice. The blue whale's massive size and the fact that they live in the ocean means they often have some unusual companions. One such relationship is with whale lice or cyamids. Whale lice. These small crustaceans often inhabit the blue whale's skin, particularly in areas where there are scars or rough patches. Whale lice are not harmful to the whale and are generally considered a type of commensal organism, meaning the lice benefit from the whale's presence, but the whale isn't necessarily harmed. Cleaning symbiosis. Some species of fish and other marine creatures may also feed on these whale lice, providing a kind of cleaning service for the whale. This relationship between different species showcases the complex web of interactions that happen in the marine world. 20. Blue whale vocalizations. Blue whales are famous for their deep vocalizations, which can carry for miles underwater. Let's delve into their communication system. Low-frequency sounds. Blue whales produce some of the lowest frequency sounds made by any animal, ranging from 10 to 40 Hz. Humans can only hear between 20 Hz to 20 kHz. These sounds can travel across vast distances underwater. In fact, blue whale calls are so powerful that they can be heard over hundreds of kilometers. Purpose of calls. Scientists believe these vocalizations serve multiple purposes. Communication. Whales may use these calls to communicate with each other, especially during mating or migration. Navigation. Their calls may also help with echolocation, aiding in navigation in the deep, dark ocean. Long-distance signaling. These calls could help blue whales find each other over vast distances, especially when they are in such expansive, often isolated ocean territories. 21. Blue whale and other marine megafauna. Blue whales are part of a group known as marine megafauna, which includes the largest animals in the ocean. Let's briefly compare them to some of the other giants of the sea. Sperm whale. The sperm whale Physeter macrocephalus is the largest toothed predator in the ocean. Though much smaller than the blue whale, typically 50 to 60 feet, it has the largest brain of any animal, weighing around 17 pounds 7.8 kilograms. Sperm whales hunt large prey like squid, including the elusive giant squid, and dive deeper than any other whale, reaching depths of 3,280 feet 1,000 meters. Fin whale. The fin whale Balanoptera physalis is the second largest whale species after the blue whale, growing up to 89 feet 27 meters long. Fin whales are often referred to as the greyhounds of the sea due to their streamlined fast-swimming bodies. Orcas. While orcas killer whales are not as large as blue whales, they are incredibly powerful apex predators. An adult male orca can grow up to 30 feet 9 meters, and their hunting techniques are highly sophisticated. Orcas are known to hunt in groups, using strategy and teamwork to capture prey like seals, fish, and even other whales. 22. Blue whales and climate change. While blue whales are already endangered due to hunting in the past, they face an even greater threat today from climate change. Some ways in which climate change is affecting them include shifting food sources. As ocean temperatures rise, the distribution of krill, the blue whale's main food source, may shift. Krill populations could move to cooler waters, leaving the whales without their primary food supply in certain areas. Breeding grounds. Changes in ocean temperatures can also affect blue whale migration patterns. For example, warmer waters may make it more difficult for blue whales to find suitable breeding locations. Ocean acidification. As the oceans absorb more carbon dioxide, the water becomes more acidic, which can harm krill and other marine life that depend on calcium-based shells. This could disrupt the food chain for blue whales, further jeopardizing their survival. 23. Interesting adaptations for survival. Over millions of years, blue whales have developed several fascinating adaptations that help them thrive in their deep-sea environments. Streamlined body. Despite their size, blue whales have a streamlined body that helps them move through water with minimal resistance. Their flippers are relatively short compared to their size, and their fluke's tail fins are enormous, allowing them to glide effortlessly through the ocean. Heat regulation. The thick layer of blubber beneath their skin helps blue whales maintain their body temperature in cold water. This fat also provides energy during their long migrations and when food is scarce. Efficient oxygen use. Their ability to dive deep and hold their breath for extended periods shows just how efficient their respiratory system is. With the ability to store large amounts of oxygen in their lungs and blood, blue whales can remain submerged without needing to surface frequently. 24. The importance of conservation. As we move forward in an era of heightened environmental awareness, protecting blue whales and other marine life is crucial for the health of our oceans. Here's how conservation efforts are being ramped up. Marine Protected Areas (MPAs), efforts to create and enforce marine protected areas where whales can roam without the threat of hunting, ship strikes, and other human activities are ongoing. International laws. The ban on commercial whaling, enforced by international agreements such as the International Whaling Commission (IWC), has been critical in giving blue whale populations a chance to recover, reducing ocean noise pollution. Since blue whales communicate using low-frequency sounds, reducing noise pollution from ships, drilling, and industrial activities can help preserve their natural behaviors and communication methods. Fighting climate change. Addressing global climate change, including reducing carbon emissions and improving ocean conservation practices, is crucial to protecting not just the blue whale, but the entire marine ecosystem. 25. The blue whale and popular culture. In addition to their ecological importance, blue whales have captivated human imagination across literature, art, and film. Moby Dick, perhaps the most famous literary representation of whales. Herman Melville's Moby Dick focuses on the mythic battle between Captain Ahab and the white whale, which is often interpreted as a metaphor for human obsession and the natural world's power. Documentaries and films. There have been several stunning documentaries and films, like Blue Planet and The Cove, which showcase the beauty and vulnerability of whales, including the blue whale. These works have helped raise awareness of their endangered status and inspired people to become more involved in marine conservation efforts. 26. The role of blue whales in the ocean ecosystem. Blue whales play an incredibly important role in maintaining the balance of the marine ecosystem. Here's how their presence impacts various aspects of ocean life. Nutrient recycling. Fecal plumes. Blue whales contribute to the nutrient cycling of ocean ecosystems. Their feces are rich in nitrogen, which is essential for phytoplankton growth. When blue whales feed in deeper, colder waters and come to the surface to exhale, they release a plume of nutrients into the water. This nutrient-rich plume supports the growth of microscopic plants called phytoplankton, which forms the foundation of the oceanic food chain. Food chain boost. The increase in phytoplankton supports small marine creatures like zooplankton, which are then eaten by larger fish, marine mammals, and even other whales. Blue whales essentially create a feedback loop, nourishing the ocean ecosystem at multiple levels. Impact on krill populations. Blue whales are the primary predators of krill, and their consumption helps regulate krill populations, which can explode in numbers if unchecked. However, blue whale populations are only one piece of the equation. If whale populations increase or decrease significantly, it can have cascading effects on the entire food web.